What's up, everybody? My pictures are up again. Anyway. What's up, everybody? Welcome to an all-new episode of SCNS Live, the Super Cool Nerd Show. Thank you for joining us out there in the Super Cool Nerd Nation. It's sad because I'm here all by myself. Sadly, COVID has wreaked havoc amongst the cast of SCNS Live, and I regret to inform you that one or two of our members may be dead. Okay, they're not. They're alive and well. In fact, I finally got one back. Look over there, it's Cora!
Hi!
What are you doing? Why are you...
I'm Barbie.
Oh, God.
I'm sorry. I'm very excited about the Barbie movie. Hi, everybody.
Are you excited about the Barbie movie?
Yes, I am very unironically excited about the Barbie
Look,
movie.
that still image where they're both on the rollerblades.
Yeah, there are so many, I saw the whole shoot of pictures from that. I have never been so excited because it literally looks like they took dolls out of the packaging and just put them in real life. The only thing that costume is missing is that weird silver screen printed star that was usually on the Barbie clothes. Y'all who played with Barbies, y'all know what I'm talking about.
There's a screenshot out there, and I should have found it by now. But there's a girl in the background. You gotta do a double take.
Yeah, where it looks like she's naked, but she's wearing a flesh-colored bathing suit.
Which she kind of looks like a Barbie doll too.
Yeah, I thought she was part of the movie, and then I saw it was a swimsuit. I'm like, oh no, she's a civilian.
Yes, naked but no genitalia. That was always the thing about Barbies. Anyway, it is going to be a bit of a different show. Oh yeah, I did do all the intro and everything. I'm Jason X. That's Cora over there. It's only the two of us. We just keep members keep falling off. No, Cass is not feeling well. We do wish her the best. Hopefully she'll be back here very soon after quarantining for at least 10 days away from me.
No, I think she should come over near you. You've got such a cocky attitude about not getting it yet.
I have yet to catch
the you get Rona. Cocky about it.
I am invincible. I refuse to catch it. I choose to write my own destiny. And COVID, I wake up every morning and call you a raggedy bitch. COVID, bring it on.
You know, Jason, I'm just going to say this here. I don't wish COVID upon you. However, when you get it, I am going to be laughing hysterically.
I ain't getting it. That's all there is to it.
Okay. I'm not. You think that, buddy-o.
I choose not to. I have too many robot children to take care of. I can't. He's so big and chunky. I like big butts, and I cannot lie. Her head is hurting now.
Yeah. If anyone would like to get me out of this situation.
Nope.
Please.
You can't leave me. Anyway, we do have a bit of a different show, and I'm actually getting it set up right now, believe it or not. We have a guest tonight.
Oh.
We're going to start this off with a special guest. So, good friend of the show. He's been on here a couple of times. Danny Gallagher. He is doing a show at the Texas Theater with his comedy troupe, the Mocky Horror Picture Show. I know. What are they doing? They're making fun of bad movies that deserve it. And the movie they're making fun of is that classic Reefer Madness. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Funny.
Did you ever see Reefer Madness?
Oh yeah. So as a funny fact, my when I was in high school, my senior year, we always did a parody. The theater group always did a parody movie every year. Uh-huh. And that year, we ripped off Bill and Ted, and we ripped off Reefer Madness as two different films.
You want to know something fun?
Huh.
I've never seen Reefer Madness.
Man, it's a treat.
I think this is the best way to experience that movie. So let me get all of this set up here, because I have completely just ruined how I was going to set this up beforehand. So it's the first time. Oh, what was that? Did you hear something?
I heard.
Am I on?
Did you?
I heard the giggle of God.
Is that the giggle of God? Hang on a second. I'm getting an image here. Just why is it not doing? So I upgraded to Windows 11 today.
Oh.
And I'm.
Oh, there's a problem.
Yeah, it's not a problem. It's a new tool, and I'm working to get this set here. My smart selection won't go. Something that I always use, and yet it's not working for me right now. Hang on a second.
we're waiting.
There it is.
Oh,
I got it.
Okay.
I got it. I just got to kind of do it the hard way because everything wants to just. I want to say something from Trevor Belmont right now. There we go. I've got it all done. Danny, welcome to the show, or not. So first off,
or not? Am I not on?
He could have come over here and been with us. By the way,
he could have.
I bought the good whiskey for him too.
I know, but I have a career, and it gets in the way of things. No, what kind of whiskey? Or
it's
or is the punishment not to tell me?
Some very good stuff here. This is from a distillery in Houston.
Oh.
It is a rye 101 proof,
nice.
Aged 60 months.
Nice.
You could have had all of this.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's
and
fine.
Not gotten up tomorrow.
So I went on and drank half the bottle before the show. Anyway.
Oh, nice.
No. Anyway, Danny, thank you for joining us tonight.
No, thanks for having us.
Dude,
or me.
Well, I got you. Oh, wait, I did that wrong.
Uh-oh.
Just add him back in here. There we go. All right. So, Danny, tell me all about this show that you're doing over at the Texas Theater with the Mocky Horror Picture Show troupe. We're all making fun of a movie I've never seen, and this is how I'm going to experience it.
Oh, really?
I've never seen this movie. I'm black.
Weird.
We don't watch this kind of stuff.
Yeah, you're right. We're basically we riff on movies, but we let the audience join us. We put prompts up on the screen, and then have a little timer and tell them when to shout the thing or do the thing, and they're all like set up so that the audience can be funny and amuse themselves. So that way they don't talk during the movie. But also it's like a live Rocky Horror Picture Show, but for other movies, other equally bad movies. I'm surprised no one went, oh, there. They just said Rocky Horror was a bad movie. But, okay.
Now, I know y'all have done this one before, but what made you choose Reefer Madness to make fun of? Not because it seems to deserve it.
Oh, it deserves it. It's an evil
Agreed.
movie.
Yeah, I agree. It deserves it. But
yeah. Honestly, it was free. It was starting at when we started this. God, 4 or 5 years ago, 3 if you don't count the pandemic. We started just doing it ourselves, just to see like if we could do it, and we did Jaws 4. I was like, what's the worst movie I can think of? And Jaws 4.
Oh, wow. Jaws 4?
Where the shark gets its revenge, somehow knows where Brody's widow is when she travels by plane to an island. Oh, and she's trying to get away from the shark, so she goes to an island, something that's surrounded by water.
Oh, no. I totally remember this horrible piece of crap movie, and did this start out with just you and tell us about first of all, before we get more into it, tell us about the cast of people that will be joining you to make fun of this movie.
Liz Barksdale and I created it because we're huge MST3K fans, which hopefully I'll get to announce soon, but I can't. I'm teasing. No, we're huge MST3K fans and movie buffs, and it happened on the day that I quit one improv troupe and got fired from another improv troupe. I got fired from improv. I cannot think of a more pathetic verb than to get fired. You're not good enough to pretend to hold a gun the right way. The finger gun thing. And we were just like, we both wanted to do it. We both went to UT Austin and watched Mr. Sinus, which is now Master Pancake. And at the Alamo Draft House, and at the original Draft House, I think it was on Congress. And we were like, that looks like fun. Let's just do it. And then we started doing it. And then I had this idea for a long time to like give the Mocky Horror treatment to other movies. Actually, a friend of mine came up with it, and we were going to turn it into a book, but it didn't happen. And he's like, if you want the idea, you can have it. And then 15 years later, we turned it into a show. So it's me and Liz Barksdale. Nicholas Harris, Jono Rodriguez, who does Jono's reviews at Dallas Comedy Club, and Stu, which I think is on Sunday night or Saturday night. Just look that up. Sorry, Jono. I'm not good at plug. Jono's new, so he hasn't learned I'm bad at plugs. Yeah.
So you're doing this over at the world famous Texas Theater, which I've also included a link down in the description. Follow that link if you want to get tickets to the show this Saturday. Question for what movies are in your sights? Well, okay, no. First of all, how did you get into the Texas Theater? Tell me about that, because it's a good venue, man. I know a lot of people.
Oh God, yeah.
It's small. No, it's legendary.
Yeah, it's the Lee Harvey Oswald. It's where we got the bastard. Well, that's where Lee Harvey Oswald was captured, and it's where Joe Bob Briggs watched his movies when he was reviewing drive-in movies for the Dallas Times-Herald. No, we did the show a couple times, and it was hard to kind of get back. We had like a whole year of shows lined up, and the pandemic wiped everything out. And so when people started going out again, we're like, let's do it again, and we started doing shows, and we were like, let's just ask a movie theater. And I'd worked with or talked to Barack a lot, Barack Epstein, the owner, through my other work, and I was like, hey, I got this show, and I remember they used to do a movie riffing show, but it just ended for some reason. It was like it ended before the pandemic. So I was like, we have this show, and it was just like, okay, we'll give it a try. If you sell enough tickets, we'll let you do it. So
just like, I can fill the void that was left when the pandemic happened.
He was like, he was totally like, I wonder, we haven't had a movie riffing show in a while, and he liked the concept, and it was all by email, but all we did was ask. Like, I was like, I could have done that this whole time. I was like strategizing a marketing plan, and I'm like, we're going to build our way up to a movie theater, and we're going to, hire a copyright consultant. No, just ask. And
see, I see the kind of I see the service that you're doing as more of allowing horrible movies to be watchable, to be made fun of.
Yes. Well, Reefer Madness is watchable, but in a 15-minute hate from 1984 kind of way, where you're like, oh, this is what people thought was real for the. We had to cut a scene out because it gets so crazy that we can't make fun of it. We had to cut a portion out because it was not mockable. So the whole Reefer Madness movie, they claim it's the story of this teenager who starts smoking the reefer, and he becomes a psychopathic sex maniac drug addict off of not even a whole joint. He just smokes. We only see him smoke like 2 puffs, and he's having sex and killing people. And I don't want to say too much more than that. It just progresses. It gets more and more crazy, and and there's one character that makes me so angry. Dr. Carroll, who's like this professor, like know-it-all, who claims that weed does all these things, and I want to find his grave and punch him.
Okay, I've been under a misconception this whole time.
Oh yeah,
I thought Reefer Madness was like a PSA film or something.
Yeah, it is.
It was. It is a PSA.
Yeah.
It was a PSA film made back in the day.
So how do they have people killing other people off of
it? Was the 40s or 1936.
Okay.
It was the 30s. They just outlawed, the whole history of how marijuana got outlawed, because it was a total racist policy to keep, Latinos out of the country, and this fed into that. A church financed the movie.
Yeah, this movie was made to help with that.
Yeah, and I don't know if it got government money, but it was like it just fed into that, whole like marijuana is this, or marijuana makes you basically turns you into Gary Busey, whatever, or whoever the 1930s Gary Busey.
I have to see this now.
It's really.
Oh, you do. It's
over the top. It's bad. It's bad in terms of like acting and writing. In fact, the guy that wrote it, I found out, went on to write some of the very first Superman serials. So, and this got him there, which makes me more mad, really.
Yeah.
Not the George Reeves. Did I say his name right? Not the TV serials, but like the movie, one of the very first Superman shorts.
So of course,
it's really bad
that you're making fun of their body of work Now, you said Reefer Madness was free, but I'm pretty sure that there are others that maybe you've wanted to make fun of, but
I should
probably
say,
will never get the permission to do so.
because we're with the Texas Theater, we actually got a 2K restoration version from the American John Film Archive, which if you've seen the copy we've been using, we weren't going to do Reefer Madness again because one, we've watched it like about 100 times. We've done Reefer Madness 5 or 6 times, and we've watched it, and it does not get more entertaining with time. It does not grow on you at all. It just makes you more and more angry. I mean, it's a cult. It's good as a cult movie, but anyway. So yeah, so we weren't going to do Reefer Madness, and then we found out that the distributor has this cleaned up, so you can actually like hear the dialogue and hear the crappy dialogue and acting.
So wait, is this not only a bad movie, but it's also bad quality?
No, this is a good quality.
Okay, we
have a better quality version thanks to the Texas Theater.
Okay, that makes sense. All right.
Oh, but so to answer your other question, yeah. So we've been getting all of our, Texas Theater has some kind of really cool deal with the American John Film Archive. I think that's Tim League's distribution company, and they have. I really want to do Deathbed, the Bed That Eats, which I always thought was just a Patton Oswalt joke, but turns out is an actual movie. It's a bed. It's a bed, and it eats people, and it's very. They did not put enough money into special effects. It looks like they went to Spirit Warehouse for their skeleton. There's one point where a guy puts his hands in the bed and it doesn't eat like this. It eats like it's acid or something. But he pulls his hands away, and it's clearly just 2 skeleton hands. And he pulled his hand back into his shirt. It's that I think would be fun. What were some other ones I was looking at?
Now,
there's a whole bunch of them. I mean, we haven't even skimmed it yet.
Give me a movie right now. If you could call up the production company or whoever, and you could get permission right now to make fun of, what movie would it be?
Oh, Twilight.
Okay, here's
all of them.
Here's
I'm answering your next question. All of them.
So it's going to be a marathon of you ripping Twilight.
Yes. This is what I understand about Twilight. Because I've never seen the movies, but
I've seen all 6 of them. I'll tell you that later. But go ahead. Sorry.
When I move in with some friends of mine, I have been told I will be forced to watch them, not because they like them, but because it is so much fun to make fun of. Apparently.
Yes, it's an awful. It's clearly not made for us. It was made for teenage girls, which is there's nothing wrong with that. But if you have to watch it, it's just painfully. It's just bad all around. I don't even blame the movie. I blame the books because the books I hear are even more poorly written.
I read 2 pages of the book and threw it.
Yeah,
I made it a chapter and I was done with the first one.
Yeah.
Now our experience with making fun of a movie. We did Samurai Cop, and I had to.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's one.
I had to find the nicest way to ask these people, "Hi, can I play your movie so I can make fun of it?" They charged me like a small fee. But there was another movie out there. It's called The Black Six that I wanted to rip on and make fun of at a show. And I did my same bullshitty email. And the only response I got back was no. That's it. Not even capitalized. N-O, no period, no.
I don't even think you have to say what it's for. I'm not sure about that.
I was completely honest about what it was for, and they were not having it.
Okay. Yeah, don't tell them what it's for. Like, tell them, oh man, we love this movie.
I'm not a dirty liar like you. I like to be honest with people.
Again, I have a career built on lies and deception. That's how it works when you're in the business.
No. Anyway, we'll talk about more about that offline. But anyway. All right. So, Saturday night, Texas Theater. What time was showtime?
10 p.m. or the late show.
10
p.m. In the new upstairs theater.
And the link I have provided, you can go ahead and purchase tickets. All ages limit. 1936 this movie was made? Seriously?
Yep.
Oh my God. Was film even a thing? No, just kidding.
Well, obviously. No, the question is, will tickets be available at the door if they're not able to buy tickets today?
It's better if you buy tickets now. We actually had a big upswing, so I don't. Yeah, if you have to buy them at the box office, I'm sure you'll be able to get some. But they are starting to. Word's gotten out, so we had a lot of help with promotion with Kelly Kitchens. Hi, Kelly, and a lot of people.
I edited
a lot
short
of like we said, I mean, we paid for a Facebook ad, but we got a lot more followers, so people are sharing, and some Central Track and Observer and featured us in their calendars. AT&T Performing Arts Center featured us in their calendar, which I still don't know why they did. It's literally like we're like, Itzhak having famed violinist, an evening with Carl Sagan. And then Mocky Horror presents the Rocky Horror Picture Show. It's like it's going down the list of like the de-evolution of smart entertainment.
Well, to give everybody just Saturday, July 2nd, 2022. Yes. Showtime is at 10 p.m. at, like I said, the world famous Texas Theater, 231 West Jefferson Boulevard, Dallas, Texas, 75208. Go to the link below in the description. I made it a tiny URL. It'll be nice, be easy to find. What are you doing?
I'm pointing down for them.
Oh, you're pointing down for
you
the
can go to
so
if you go to thetexastheater.com. That's basically the tiny URL. Cool. You can get through a ticket page on there too.
Yeah. Mine's to the pre-Kindle. So yeah, go to the Texas Theater.
Yeah.
I'll add that into the description after the show.
Oh,
but
okay.
Guys, go check it out. I'm going to experience Reefer Madness for the first time, and I'm ready to at least watch it in the most palpable way. Probably.
Yes,
you're gonna.
I will say this is we've been doing this a while, and this is the funniest one we've written. I know I say that every time, but it's true. They get funnier.
Well, I certainly hope there are more to come, and if you get a chance, take a swing at Samurai Cop. It deserves it.
Yeah, I think that's on their distribution.
Nice.
I know of it, but I haven't seen it. But it sounds like something we could. Yeah,
I've seen it. Yeah, it's one of those, man. So, anyway, everybody, go check out the show. We're going to be there. It's going to be fun. I believe you.
Thank you.
Can I get some tickets, brother? Can I get some tickets?
Yeah. I just messaged you that.
Oh, cool. I get to.
Hey.
Coming up in the world. Anyway, Danny, thank you for joining us on the show.
Yeah, man. Thanks. Good to see you.
You owe me a visit in person. It's been a while since we have shared a drink, and I want that to happen.
I'll carve time out for next month. We'll do an in-person one.
Thank you very much, brother. Man,
man.
It's been good. I hope the show goes well, and I'll see you there. Actually, I'll buy you one.
Oh, thanks, man.
All right, man.
I hope y'all. Yeah.
Take it easy. Bye.
Bye.
So yeah.
Hey.
Good stuff there. I gotta remove this. There we go. So we're back on dual screen. It's nice to actually have a.
Why are there many of my faces?
Don't worry about that. I'm fixing that. So ending me.
Oh, okay. There we go. Okay.
Yeah, I had to fix that. So anyway, no, it's nice to have a guest on the show also.
Yeah.
But we are big fans of ripping movies that we don't like.
Oh,
so.
No. Also, we're big fans of ripping movies we do like. I think that's also fun.
Like I said, it kind of makes those really, really bad ones watchable. So, yeah, I'm in for a treat, apparently.
Oh, you are. You're going to love it. I want to tell you, one thing.
No.
I want to tell you one thing, nah, man. I want you to come to me after.
I was under the impression this was like a bad PSA like they showed kids at school.
Yeah, it's that level. If you think about the anti-drug PSAs we watched when we were in school,
they were bad. All bad.
They were bad.
Lying, liars.
Not all of them were bad. Some of them had some good advice, but none of it was going to come into practice until you were a teenager. There's no kid. If there are any children watching, one, where are your parents? But also, two, no one is going to come up to you with a trench coat and just with a bunch of needles hanging off of it and ask you if you want drugs.
But apparently Cora's going to show you a boob, though. Just that's all I saw. I didn't have the camera on me.
I can't exactly hide them.
Anyway.
Anyways, the point is you're going to enjoy it.
Okay, I'm down. So anyway, yeah, always good to have. Danny hosts a lot of stuff at AllCon for us too, so he's always good at the delivery and everything. So I'm eager to watch this movie, and of course the rest of the Mocky horror troupe. Anyway, good interview. Glad to have him on. He owes me a visit here. I'm just gonna say that once more. Anyway, let's do this thing and kick it off with some super cool nerd news.
Alright, so I'm going to keep things happy, and I won't rant about the thing I want to rant about because, you know what, there's no point in bringing negativity into our lives. So instead, I'm going to gush about a movie that I'm very excited about that comes out next year. As you guys may or may not know, one of my absolute favorite anime is the anime Mononoke. No, it is not Princess Mononoke, although I do like that movie. This is a different Mononoke. It was originally a short for the Samurai Horror Tales, I believe is what it was called. And they turned it into a 12-13 episode anime. It followed Kitsuru Uri, a medicine seller, as he goes through different parts of Japan and exorcises different kinds of demons. In order to do so, he has to have various things like truth. Oh goodness, I can't remember all the things off the top of my head. I'm just so, jittery excited. But that's, the baseline of the story. I will state, despite its art style, although you can kind of see it here in the trailer, if you get uncomfortable easy, you probably shouldn't watch this. It does get pretty violent sometimes in more ways than one. It does get kind of scary. I remember watching this in 3 parts on YouTube back in 15 years ago. This is all for the 15th anniversary, and just not being able to sleep. But it's very good. We're getting a movie. We don't have any information on this movie other than it's for the anniversary and that it's coming out next year. But no one who's watched this show needs any other information regarding it, honestly. We're already sold. We're already good to go. We've got money in hand, ready to go.
I started out with, ooh, this animation is okay. I like this. And just suddenly became more and more uncomfortable as this trailer played.
Yes, and that's actually how the show goes. Which, I really like it. It starts out very pretty. I love how it starts out. I love the music and the art style. The first episode is the only episode that I ever give people, a trigger warning on. Because most people can handle gore. They can handle horror. The first episode deals with a lot of heavy stuff, and if you can't handle it, then you can by all means skip that episode. It is not important to the story, because there's not a complete, linear story, so to speak, other than this one man is going to different places and taking care of various spirits and demons in these places. In the first episode, yes, it does introduce him. You can skip the first 2 episodes, because it's the first arc, because it does deal with something that's actually kind of topical right now in America, except in a not good way, in a reverse way. I don't know if I can actually talk about it on here, so I'm dancing around it as best I can.
Well, I mean, I'm kind of sold on it, just to let you know. We had some moderators up in our channel because.
Oh yeah. I had to jump in there real quick.
Oh, okay, good. Thank you.
Yeah, the whoever that has been banned and deleted.
Bye.
Yeah. But I highly recommend this show if you've never given it a shot before. I do believe it is on Crunchyroll if you haven't given it a watch yet.
Oh, it's out.
No, the show is, yes. The movie.
Okay.
The movie
Sorry.
comes out next year. The only thing that I don't think is on Crunchyroll, which I did find on YouTube though, so if you want to watch it, you can go there, is the Samurai Horror Tale, which was the original short for it called, it's called Bake Neko.
I want to send it.
Yeah, I will send that to you, Jason.
Cool.
That one...
Since it's on the free channel.
Yeah, that one was messed up. It was good though. It was very good. I need to own it. Anyways, yes.
Cool. I did. Let's see. I gotta find my story. I'm worried about everybody else. I don't do anything. Okay, here we go. So one of my favorite shows growing up was a little show called Quantum Leap with Scott Bakula. I love this show. In case you need a little introduction, basically, he was a scientist who messed around with time and would jump around through time, but in different people's bodies. And it was a very unique show at the time. I can't think of what his he had a friend named Al who appeared as a hologram that only he could see that would inform him about where he jumped into. And the show, like, he jumped into people of all races, women, and just experienced life, and it really told a good story. Well, because this show was so good, it's time to reboot it. Everything from the 90s must become new again. And our new lead will be Raymond Lee here. The initial log line is saying that it has been 30 years since Dr. Sam Beckett stepped into the Quantum Leap Accelerator and vanished. Now a new team has assembled to restart the project in hopes of understanding the mysteries behind the machine and the man who created it. Everything changes, however, when Ben makes an unauthorized leap into the past, leaving the team behind to solve the mystery of why he did it. At Ben's side throughout his leaps is Addison, played by Caitlin Bassett, who appears in the form of a hologram only Ben can see and hear. She's a decorated Army veteran who brings level-headed precision to her job. And at the helm of the highly confidential operation is Herbert Magic Williams, played by the great Ernie Hudson. Yes, sir.
Ooh.
So already, this cast, I'm in for. But the concept of Quantum Leap was just such a great show. Because Sam was a white man. But he would jump into and have to, live the life through what a woman might go through in the 1950s. Or a black person might go through during the Civil Rights era. Even some famous figures. And he even jumped into, I think, a younger version of himself. There were so many, moral questions in this as well, like changing time. It's just, and what he should do to continue the timeline, how far he was veering from it. I really love this show, and I'm happy that it's coming back now. So, right now it is just in development through Universal Television. We don't have a release date for it. No. This one is premiering this fall. This is a fall premiere show, so they're putting a lot into this one already. The original show was a huge hit. I think it ran for about 3 or 4 seasons and really kind of ended like it could have ended better. I think they were setting it up to have a new season, just didn't get renewed. But I watched this show religiously. Also had one of the coolest theme songs ever. However, there has been no word if Scott Bakula will be participating in the show. So let me tell you this. Listen to me. Look at me. Look at me. Scott better be in this show. Mr. Bakula better be in this show. I'm not playing. I ain't joking. You better find a spot. That man is a saint. So anyway, Quantum Leap coming this fall. I can't wait. Did you ever watch this show?
I didn't. What year was it out again?
We're talking early 90s.
I was born in 89.
Okay.
So I was...
Could have been a baby watching. Yeah.
I mean, if I did, I don't remember it.
I I brought it up to my wife, who's same age as me, and she was like, "Oh my God, really?" Yes. I've seen some acting from Raymond Lee though, and he's actually very good. So I really want. I mean, from an Asian man's perspective, jumping into different, it's going to be great. Look, if you just do this right, you've got a hit on your hands. Okay, you can introduce a whole new age of people into this show, Quantum Leap, and then while you're at it, please put the old episodes up. Actually, they're probably up somewhere. Honestly, I could probably watch it anyway. So yeah, Quantum Leap coming back to TV, reboot, and there we go. I'm good. I'm happy.
Hey.
What have you got, buddy?
All right, I'm actually going to go ahead and just get my rant piece out of the way.
Oh, no. Here we go. I'm just going to go ahead and put the image up. Go right ahead.
It's very short
Get it.
because we don't have that much information, surprisingly. All right, so back in 2019, Netflix released a CGI Saint Seiya show. And they announced it, and I was off the hook excited. I love Saint Seiya. It's been one of my top tier things since I was a kid. Loved it, loved all the characters. And I got real excited about a CGI show because all of the CGI I had seen looked really good. The animation looks great. And it still looks great. The quality is not into question here. So why am I not excited about a season 2 coming out next month? Because they still screwed my favorite character over. Look, I know that's so petty.
It is.
I understand that it is very petty.
As your friend, I will admit you are petty on this one.
Hear me out, though. If a change is made to a character, whether it be gender, sexuality, race, whatever, if it does not impact the character's original impact on the story, I don't give a flying care. I don't. If you want to make April O'Neil Asian, that doesn't change anything. If you want to make her a boy, that still doesn't change anything. Her character would stay the same. Would have the same impact, more or less. It's been a long time since I've watched Turtles, so. But, there you go. They changed Shun from being a quiet, kind of quiet, passive male character to a rough and tumble, very aggressive female character. Why does that upset me? I will tell you why that upsets me. Because the whole fact that Shun is a quiet, feminine, and has more feminine traits as a male character, identifies as a male character, was such a big deal back then. It was something that was very unique. And it feels more powerful coming from him as a character. To have the only male, having this one male character be the one to be like, I don't want to fight. I want to talk. I don't want to fight. But, slight spoiler, but also, slight spoiler, he has the strongest cloth in the entire show. His power is the most powerful. So having a character that doesn't want to fight have that kind of power, fantastic. It creates a great arc. Having a character that wants to use that power constantly, it kind of dwindles it. I wouldn't have given a fuck if it...
There's our one.
Yep, there's the one. With the change to a girl. But the change of personality as well is where I have a problem. That's where my problem was. Bandai hates it too. The studio... The creators in Bandai were not happy about that. Shun is Shun is the favorite character of the studio. They weren't very happy about it. I remember back in 2019, the guy that was in charge of making that choice did go to Twitter to defend his choice. And he didn't have good defense on why he made that change. He was like, we wanted to put more girls in the cast, so we chose Shun. That was it. That was his reasoning. Any of the other characters could have been changed into a girl. Actually, the entire cast except for Shun could have been a girl, and that would have been fine. Any of them changed to a girl, whatever. Does not change the story. You picture the one character where it kind of messes with the dynamic. Plus, it makes some stuff creepy later with his brother.
Wow.
Because then instead of it just being I admire the traits that my brother has and I see them in the girl I like, it becomes I'm in love with this girl because she reminds me of my sister.
So the bottom line is you will not be watching this show when it returns.
No, I won't.
Are you sure? You're not going to give it another shot?
No.
Maybe you'll like it this time.
No, this is the one Saint Seiya one part of the Saint Seiya property franchise, whatever you want to call it, that I just don't care about. And you know what? If you guys like it, that is totally fine. I will not think any less of you, honestly.
I didn't give it a chance, so I can't say. I'm also petty, but just I'm not as petty as Cora is.
No,
because you're like full on petty. I'm just like, I'm good.
Hey, at least I admit it.
I have plenty of other things to watch to catch up on, so
at
I'm
least
good.
I admit it. But no, if y'all like the show, that's perfectly
not
fine.
everything you admit is good.
No hate to y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all like what you like, and you are welcome to enjoy it. And I'm glad that y'all are getting a second season. I'm just gonna go sit in my salt corner with my pile of salt.
Just marinating in it.
Just marinating it. But I wanted to get that out of the way so we can continue to have fun. What you got, Jason?
Oh, well, okay. I have the worst news I think I could ever.
Oh.
I would like to go back
Okay.
I'd like to go back a couple years to, what was it? I believe it was 2019.
Oh,
Was it
also 2019.
When everything was great because Pokemon Go was introduced to the world.
Oh, that's right.
And Pokemon Go, I think, could have actually produced world peace.
I mean, for that 1 year, we did have world peace.
Let's think about the joy. The park down here was completely full of people going through outdoors in Texas heat.
I would actually venture to say it was before 2019 because
Was it 20?
it was well before 2019. It was probably like 2014 or 15.
I'm sorry, that was 2016 when it launched.
16,
I'm
yeah.
sorry, 2016. Let's go back to that year when things were great. No COVID, and everyone was just happy that we got a game that put us outside. We were going around. Hey, there's a Charmander over here. Come get it.
We got to live out our childhood dream of being a Pokemon master.
I know. I was approached by a policeman, and I did not get my ass whooped. He jumped out of his police car to get a Blastoise downtown with me. And we shared a moment. Life was good. And when Pokemon Go was introduced to the world, and dare I say, could have brought us world peace. Well, the company Niantic behind Pokemon Go is unfortunately realizing that we peaked. We're never going to be that good again. There is absolutely nothing we can do that is going to be as good as Pokemon Go goes. And you know what? I'm going to have to agree with them. Nothing will be as great as that game was in those first months. We're friending. We're on Pokemon Go parties. Hey, let's go walk. I was walking through downtown like 10 miles at night through downtown catching Pokemon.
Mia and I went to, in the neighborhood I lived in at the time, the park was known to have like Bulbasaur and Oddish and other grass types. So we just walked out there at midnight, just wandering around this playground at this school.
It's good times, man.
Yeah, we were we saw a police car and we like ducked behind the monkey park. It was fun.
I have some bad news because Niantic, the CEO John Hanke has announced that 8% of the staff have been laid off from the company, so about 90, almost 100 people, as the company faces a time of economic turmoil during which has been reducing costs in a variety of areas. 4 projects also have been canceled. 1, Transformers Heavy Metal, which, what? Anyway, that game has now been canned. It was going to be a collaboration between Niantic and, there was another collaboration between a New York immersive theater company, Sleep No More, and 2 other projects. But Niantic has been around since 2010, and of course they started developing this game probably around that time. And prepping for the launch, the profits for Pokemon Go have ranged at about $6 billion in its lifetime. About $1 billion a year in revenue, and still pretty popular to this day. I still play Pokemon Go. I will admit it. But they're looking for their newest hit, and unfortunately, Harry Potter Wizards Unite was not it.
No.
You can thank somebody else for that. Never even came close to the popularity of Pokemon Go. I believe there was something about a Minecraft one that was supposed to happen. Either way, a lot of these projects have been canceled, and Niantic is laying off people because, I mean, let's face it, this was at the time. Bring it back on camera. This was great.
Yeah.
We made like we went catching Pokemon and everything. Like just it was fun at the time, and they peaked. They really did. I don't know how you top Pokemon Go.
I don't either.
Not with Harry Potter. Pokemon is clean and pure, and everyone loves it.
Yeah.
So, and like I said, I still play. Me and my wife, we still ain't made level 40, but we'll go beat the crap out of. Well, we won't beat the crap. We tried to beat up a Mewtwo the other day and got our butts kicked, but it's just sad because this. What was the drop off for Pokemon Go? Did people just get tired of it? Was it just old and they moved on?
I think part of it.
I know they made some game changes.
I think part of it, because the downward decline had started before the pandemic, but the pandemic really did hurt because we couldn't even go for a walk outside without a mask on. I think it may have just been like the novelty of it started to wear off. I think that was part of it.
But we can be Pokemon trainers. We could be the very best like no one was before.
It may have also been region
Everyone
locked.
was.
It may have also been region locked Pokemon, because there were some Pokemon you couldn't get unless you were literally in another country. And the only times that you could catch them is when they had special events, and they didn't have those very often until more recently.
Well, we can almost count on with something like this going down. There's not going to be much more innovation with this game. Not many more add-ons will be in there. It's just one of those that it's probably going to remain the same, but it'll probably still have its fan base, I'm sure.
Oh, absolutely. Because, I mean, again, Pokemon.
But innovation will be pretty much stalled on it at this point. And that makes me a little sad. This could have brought the world together. I'm fully confident that world peace could have been achieved with Pokemon Go. If we all just get on our phones and walk around and don't get robbed in bad areas of town that we go to get Pokemon, we could have been the next stage of humanity. And I'm sad that Niantic is now in dire straits, because apparently they were just making money hand over fist at first there, but
Yeah.
But it'll still be around. It's not like the game is dying, but this just makes me sad to know that it's not there, and yeah, you ain't gonna get that. And also a canceled Transformers game? What? How dare you?
Now Jason's gonna go up to the Niantic office and be like, "What Transformer game?"
Get my paddles out and just bring it back to life. So yeah, I hate to bring people down, but yeah, don't look for much more innovation. But still, it'll be here for us to enjoy, and I'm still gonna play it until they shut down those servers.
Yeah.
Anyway, I am done. What you got, man?
All right, I have a game. I have another game story
Ooh.
that will hopefully boost happiness. Hopefully, so I don't know how many of you out there like Rune Factory or games like it, but if you do, Square Enix is going to get you covered with a version of their own. This game is going to be called Harvestella. It is going to be a farming simulator / RPG. So, like Rune Factory, where you farm and you till the crops, you grow them, you have a nice harvest, you build up relationships with your fellow townsfolk. But then you also go out on adventures, you fight the creatures, it looks like you can befriend some of them, and they'll either be pets or mounts for you. And it's all leading up to what looks like either, like, the yearly, like, dying of everything, which is very interesting. We don't really have much on that, so that'll be fun to figure out. No word if you can romance any of the villagers at this moment, but, you know, as I always hope for in these kind of games, I kind of hope so. But if not, then whatever. It does look like a lot of fun. The environments look very pretty. It is Square Enix, so the graphics are just absolutely beautiful. And yeah, if you like games like Rune Factory, this is perfect.
I'm not really familiar with Rune Factory, though.
Okay, so Rune Factory, are you familiar with Harvest Moon?
Yeah, okay.
take Harvest Moon and add combat.
Okay.
You have, and there's also like a story mode to it, so there's more of a story to it than just like farming and building, you know, all that stuff. But that's the big difference, is you get to go like dungeon crawling for different items and things like that. It's very interesting.
Oh, I just got a notification today.
Oh?
Anniversary of something. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie is the 27th anniversary of that movie.
Oh my god, it's 27?
27 years old, my dude.
Oh my god.
Now I gotta go like rewatch it now.
Oh, I was about to say me too, but all my movies are at the new.
That's what streaming is for. Anyway. Alright, so I got one more. So apparently, I love video game fans. Because y'all go all out sometimes. Now, one of the games I've always enjoyed back in the day was F-Zero. It was a great racing game. I mean, some people didn't like it. I liked it because it was new, it was different. You had floating cars. And it brought us Captain Falcon. Well, someone bought $40,000 worth of stock to ask Nintendo about F-Zero.
Wow. Wow.
Someone bought $40,000 worth of stock just so they could bring up during an annual shareholder meeting. So what's up with F-Zero?
I respect them.
It has been 15 years since we've seen another F-Zero game. Of course, we've seen plenty of Captain Falcon. Do you realize, so according to, this is from Business Insider, by the way, this is not really their bag. The investor who asked about F-Zero is a Nintendo fan. Also, he's in Japan. 5.6 million years on 100 shares back in February after selling stock from a different company. Now, he does want to remain anonymous. His Twitter handle is Momoji. And he has said, I am a diehard fan. My dude, we know. We know.
You don't even need to say those words. We get it.
I've been playing Nintendo games since I was a child. Among them, I can't get enough of that sense of speed of F-Zero. He told Insider he wasn't guaranteed to get that question in, but he said asking the question was a bonus. Anyone with 100 or more shares are needed to access these annual shareholder meetings. And sadly, he was told, thanks for asking, but no.
Oh.
It is realistically difficult to develop new titles and remakes, including sequels for every Nintendo game that people request. Agreed.
That's fair.
But we are grateful and appreciative of the expectations our fans. We are grateful and appreciative for the expectations our fans have for our games. Now, Nintendo's managing executive also said, during the 79th Ordinary General Meeting of the shareholders, we were asked if there were plans to make any Famicom Detective Club series game, and at that time, we happened to be planning a remake. That is an example where we are already actively developing such titles. We cannot tell you if there are any plans for future remakes of any specific games, but during development, we are always thinking about various possibilities that players can enjoy. Dude, you bought $40,000 worth of shares of this stock just to ask about F-Zero.
I got nothing but respect.
I don't even know how to fathom. First of all, I don't have. This is why you should not give Jason money, because this is something I would do.
Yeah.
I will admit right now, if I became insanely wealthy, I'm not buying Lamborghinis and Mercedes and Rolex watches. I'm all about the chaos. Just to be able, you spent $40,000 to ask a question about a game that you like. I respect this man, and I would like to have a drink with him.
Yeah.
And also, I am willing now to fight for this man to get a new F-Zero made. Also, because I'm a big F-Zero fan. But
no,
I can't even explain that kind of love for a game, but also with the kind of money to put your money. Literally, he put his money where his mouth is.
Now here's a question for you, Jason. If you could have a sequel or remake of one Nintendo game, what would it be? It doesn't have to be a Nintendo property itself. It could be like a rare title, anything that was played on a Nintendo.
Super Star Wars for the SNES. Bring it back.
Remake or sequel?
I'll take a remake. I'll take a remake. But give me those 3 games again from the SNES and put them on my Switch. Thank you very much. Thank you, and make it happen. I know there are other Star Wars games out there, but I want remakes of those. So there. Right there.
There you go.
I got it. Yeah. Or, I want Rogue Squadron, but my chances of getting that are getting better and better, so.
Yeah.
Come on, Patty, make that movie. Come on, Patty. I don't care what you're doing. Stop what you're doing and make Rogue Squadron. I believe in you. We have done a good management of time of this show. So anyway, let's go ahead and start closing us out. Thank you guys for joining us out there in Super Cool Nerd Nation. We will be back next week. Of course, go check us out here. Like this video, subscribe to the channel. Check us out on Twitter and Instagram at SCNS Live and on Facebook at facebook.com/SCNS Live. And if you want to follow us personally, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at JasonTheX.
If you want to follow me, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram for art-related things, Suikoden-related things at Korodono Art, or you can follow me for Final Fantasy screenshots someday in the future at chaotic_noodle on Twitter.
And of course, go visit supercoolnerdshow.com. And we want to end with some good news. We're going to Dragon Con.
Dragon Con!
Oh my God, you just worship the sun over there.
Praise be!
Kudos to the fine people at Dragon Con for letting us in. Oh boy.
Oh my God.
Oh boy, we're not ready.
Oh my God. I already know at least 2 artists we can interview too.
Let's make that 12-hour drive.
It's actually not that bad.
Oh yeah, I can do 12 hours without even stopping the car and use the bathroom.
Well, a little bit of personal information. I grew up in Georgia, and my mom, after we moved here to Texas, we would go back and forth sometimes to visit family, and that drive really wasn't that bad.
Yeah, we got this in the back.
Yep, you can take I-20, which is not as pretty, but it's faster, or you can take I-40,
I'm all about the speed.
which is prettier, but oh dear God, you gotta go down to like Houston and over. It's not worth it.
I'll try not to go through Houston at all.
Yeah, exactly.
So anyway, yes, it's going to be fun. We are going. So anyway, guys, thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week. And as we always say around here, keep on nerding.